20. We cannot talk much about Nicholas County without mentioning Daniel Boone, the intrepid Daniel Boone, who came from North Carolina through the Cumberland Gap to Kentucky and blazed a trail was the head of the pioneers who blazed a trail for this part of Kentucky to be settled.
Okay.
Many people living in Nicholas County today are direct descendants of the pioneers who wrested a living from the soil and the woodland. The rocks and rills, the valleys and the hills of Nicholas County hold steadfastly roots deeply embedded and will remain forever. Sons of Nicholas County did their part in the wars, which were the Revolutionary, Civil, World War I, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
You were telling me something interesting about the construction of the courthouse and how they dug up the basement. Could we talk about that?
Yes. It was dug by the cattle. They took cattle and put them in scrapers and plows and plowed it out, and then brought the dirt down here and made this fill that stands behind us. And very little of that was dug by hand because they had cattle and they had scrapers, which cattle was used in place of horses. And people mentions cattle, well, they don't understand what we did have work cattle back in those days.
Okay. Do you want to share with us, you were talking about the battle that had taken place?
Oh yes, the Battle of the Lower Blue Lick, writing the poem and have it ready for the Centennial Day, which was the 19th day of August in 1982 there. So I was trying to get it off on someone else, some of the school teachers, but they wouldn't let me go. So I get up in the night, which was a night watchman also there, and walk the ravines as it come to me. It goes like this: to whom it may all concern, across the Licking River, where the scarlet life once fled, lies ranks of Colonel John Todd and our Kentucky dead, under the sod and the dew, waiting the judgment day, and the echo sounds of Kentucky rifles faded away that day, August the 19th, 1782.
That's beautiful. Mr. Allison, we were talking earlier about your lifestyle. I think it's something worth sharing.
Well, I was a poor boy brought up, spending 2 years away from home in the Army of Occupation. And then, after my parents died, living practically backwoodsman's life. Very little food that I buy. I get it from the soil, or I get it by hunting, fishing, and that way. And I love it because my people had the same life, and I felt like I was no better than they was. And my people in a little place, Myers, Kentucky, which was called Black Hawk, Kentucky, which our play will come on this time from that. And we have several old cemeteries around concerning people, the early settlers that settled in around Myers Station, which is 6 miles out of here. And they are buried. And we have 3 cemeteries in a close range of where I was brought up and raised, where such as the Locks, Myers Parish, and we even have the old church that Dr. Parrish built over 200 years ago. And we are very fond of it. We have a little trouble with the state wanting to come in and claim a lot of that. Put a claim upon it or put it under bondage, which going around it. But we are not going to let them do it if we can keep from it, because they're no better than me or you are. They are the burial grounds of our people, and I'm talking about our people, not somebody else's, which we wouldn't do them that way. In other words, that what is the cemeteries belongs to the people that's laid there, in other words.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. What we want to try to do for each county is promote tourism. Could you tell us what would be some things of historical interest for people to come through that are coming through your county to see?
I say our little museum down here, Historical Society, you'll see something there, and then still back to Ken Cart's grave. I think you will find more reality there than anywhere else in this part of the town. And I think the thing is very nice, all the records and things that they've got down to the Historical Society place here on the railroad. They're up to date, which is another man works with me, which is very good in history.
The depot building as it stands today was built in started in 11 and finished in 12. In 1978, the Nicholas County Historical Society purchased the building from the L&N Railroad. I was very well pleased to have served as a president for 27 months during the restoration of the depot. And I would like to say here and now, anyone coming through Carlisle or make it a purpose to come through Carlisle, and I will be glad to take you a tour through our depot.
Okay.
That is on Route 68. It is called Carnico, and that word was formed for Carlisle and Nicholas County. Okay. See, it spells Carnico. It's a beautiful and wonderful place. There's a huge lake there that covers many, many acres, and it's a full golf course and is very active today. And on the new road to Paris, we have Jockey International, which manufactures undergarments and so forth. It's been here for several years and employs several people. And we are told that a small factory is coming right here in town in one of our empty buildings. We hope that it materializes.
Okay. What is the other main industry in your county?
Nicholas County has been noted all down through the years for its farming, which consisted of tobacco and corn and hay, and also cattle and sheep. Nicholas County really grew good tobacco. I know because I raised it here in this county. I was a farmer and a grocer.
Okay, great. Now I wanted to ask you one question about the special event you hold every year in July. It's some kind of festival?
Yeah, at the end of the Blackberry Festival, after the parade, we put on this play. We go to the school and get ready for the play, and then we have a man that brings us in a covered wagon, and then we put on the play after the parade is over.
Mount Olivet, the county seat of Robertson County. Robertson County population, 2,255. Area square miles, 100. Rank, 119th. Robertson County is located in the 6th Congressional District.
Established in 1867. It was named for George Robertson, who was born in 1790 and died in 1874. He was born in Kentucky. He was in Congress from 1817 to 1821. He sponsored the organization Territory of Arkansas. He was Kentucky legislature for 8 years, 6 years as Speaker. Mr. Robertson promoted the common school system. He was a member of the Kentucky Court of Appeals from 1829 to 1834. He was a professor of law in the Transylvania University from 1834 to 1857. County was formed from parts of Bracken, Harrison, Mason, and Nicholas County.